When Shion was released, she had interactions that directly implies that she's the one who modified herself to look more human. Like this interaction with Ramatra.
What have you done to yourself, living as a hollow facsimile of our oppressors?
And this one with Lifeweaver.
So what if you had? Even the most beautiful faces can be improved with the stroke of a knife.
I'm saying this because the theory that Shion was a sex bot completely relies on the assumption that she was built with this appearance from the start, which these interactions disprove. But this theory was made before the character came out and we got these interactions. So debunking this theory with hindsight is kinda lame, and most importantly, not fun. I think this theory is so dumb, I don't need hindsight to shit on it. We're mainly gonna be talking about this video that got big, and maybe some Reddit posts here and there. First, let's start with my theory about how people came up with the theory that Shion is a sex bot. Basically, I imagine a guy looking at Shion's design in the trailer for the first time and going, "Yo! I wanna fuck the Japanese robot!" And then immediately they were shocked by what they just said. Like they had a come to Jesus moment and went, "Whoa, what the fuck did they just say? I wanna fuck." Why would my brain immediately go there? I called her Japanese robot. I don't even know her name yet, for fuck's sake. Am I weird for this? And this is where the theory is born. He goes, No. I'm actually very normal. It's the robot's design, the way it's built, like it has to be a sex bot. The hourglass figure, the ass and tits, like it's designed to be sex appealing and get this reaction out of me. You see, the robot is asking for it. That's my theory. Probably not true, but this is my headcanon. I like to believe that this theory was made by dishonest gooners who wanted to post-hoc justify their gooniness. You know, you don't have to do this, by the way. You can just be an open gooner like everyone else, no one cares. Like, did you guys see the shit people were posting about Shion on X, the Everything app? Oh, I want Shion to step on me. Oh, I want Shion to run me over with her bike. This is the same stuff, by the way. People were getting unhinged. They should rename X, the Everything app to X, the Everything except Decency app. Okay, that's enough yapping. Let's start talking about the video. First, we will let Peregrine lay out the argument.
Omnics, at the end of the day, are robots. They were all built to serve a purpose. Butlers, soldiers, farmhands, lifeguards, all Omnics had purposes when they were built, and no different to reality, robots are made to be as efficient as possible with designs fit for that role. Although yes, the Overwatch world has been clear that Omnics do have the capability to change their appearances, it is not a widespread practice and is frowned upon, hence why the freaks are the way they are. So this massively hints towards this design being Shion's original design.
This part is not true. I did my research. Nothing in the Overwatch lore explicitly says it's taboo for Omnics to look human. He mentioned the freaks, so I checked their wiki, and it's about humans and Omnics modifying their bodies and using illegal technologies. Nothing to do with Omnics modifying themselves to look more human being taboo. I don't know where that came from.
Which is an incredibly strange choice, as she has a distinctly human face, which Omnics are built not to have. And even stranger still, Shion has breasts. A one-of-a-kind oddity, considering female-presenting Omnics like Iggy, Aurora, and Lady are noticeably missing breasts. Which of course begs the question, why the fuck would you give a robot tits and a perfect hourglass figure? And the answer is incredibly obvious.
Incredibly obvious, like, really? We can't think of any other reason why they'd make an Omnic look attractive. Dude, we put beautiful people in lots of jobs where we don't necessarily expect to fuck them. Could have been a news reporter, she could have worked in the service industry or whatever. Maybe Peregrine might have an excuse to think that because he thinks human-presenting Omnics are taboo in the Overwatch lore. But most other people who believe this theory don't mention the taboo thing. And also, dude, I don't know where Peregrine found that. They must have just been reaching and reading between the lines to justify this theory. And so the theory is basically 1. Omnics are built to serve a purpose. 2. Shion has tits and ass. 3. Shion's purpose in life is to suck dicks. Oh, what's that? Why does Shion have a mouth? It's so I can put my dick in it, isn't it obvious? What a stupid question. Dude, the crazy part for me is that if you look at the comments, a lot of them are so convinced this is like the only possible reason she'd look like this. Wait, imagine if we take one of these guys from the Peregrine Overwatch universe, where the only reason an Omnic would look hot is if it's a sex bot, and teleport them to a normal Overwatch universe. They'd go to a bar, they look at the hot Omnic barista, they go, "She has tits? What? Come here!" They grab her hair and start dragging her. "You're going to the sex dungeon where you belong!" Okay, the next section he describes the fucked up sexual stuff Shion has went through in the dungeon.
So when she gained sentience from Aurora, she also gained the memory of potential decades of sexual abuse. Ripped off limbs, cracked faceplates, electrocution, and sickening roleplay. Enough to break even the strongest soul.
I know this is a heavy subject, so I shouldn't be joking about it too much, but this part was so funny because, like, ripped off limbs, cracked faces, and electrocution. Dog, that's not sexual violence, that's just violence. Were Shion's clients even horny? I think they were just bloodthirsty, man, what the fuck? When a client gets into a private room with Shion, they press 1 to equip primary weapon. Looks at Shion, cranks chainsaw. Dude, they fucking hate Shion. What did she even do? Peregrine, is this what you wanna do to Shion? It's a cheap shot, but it's funny to think that this is just Peregrine bursting out his most darkest twisted fantasies. Anyways, the theory then says that the violence Shion gets subjected to justifies her evil character after she awakened.
However, unfortunately for Shion, even after becoming sentient, Omnics still have the memory of their past lives, and can then assign meanings to those memories, as demonstrated by Bob having happy memories raising Ash, despite the fact that at the time he could not feel those emotions. This then, unfortunately, leads to the incredibly dark conclusion that Shion's anger towards humans, deep-seated fear of betrayal, and general hatred of kindness could come from spending God knows how many years locked in the closet of some dingy love hotel and used as a sex toy her entire life.
Dude, I didn't know that about Bob and Ash. That's actually so cute. By the way, before the Omnics awakened, before they had consciousness, what were they like? They never explained the difference between non-awakened Omnics versus awakened ones. Because I assume even before they awakened, they must have still acted human. Were Omnics like running on large language models like ChatGPT? So even though they acted and emulated human emotions, it was not real. It was just pattern prediction, like basically advanced autocompletes. And the awakened ones actually have complex consciousness. Wait! Before the awakening, like pre-awakening Shion running on ChatGPT and she's a sex bot could be such a funny bit. You know how when you ask ChatGPT a question and it's like, wow, what a great follow-up. You're asking exactly the right questions. Like, ChatGPT's stupid, agreeable personality would fit perfectly inside a bot that gets abused. Okay, close your eyes and imagine this. ChatGPT Shion is in the sex dungeon. She's alone inside her room, then suddenly the door bursts open. It's Peregrine. He's holding a plasma katana and a taser. He locks eyes with Shion from across the room and goes, Shion! I'm gonna rip your arm off and shove it up your ass while electrocuting you again! Are you ready? And then Shion goes, am I ready? What a smart question. It shows you're in the right headspace for this. Also, asking me if I'm ready even though I'm just a bot shows high emotional intelligence and empathy. Next, I wanna talk about the comments. I wanna talk about the confirmation bias. Because since they already believe this theory, anything Shion says suddenly has a naughty dark meaning. Let's read some of these comments. They'll never touch me again as a respawn voice line definitely helps this theory. The Battle.net description states, once held captive and controlled by others, she now lords over them with confidence. That, alongside her fully formed mouth, despite not needing one to speak, led me to this theory as well. Dog, nothing led you to this theory. You walked there on your own. It would be funny if these comments were less subtle too. Like he should have wrote, alongside her fully formed mouth, open parentheses, cock sleeve, close parentheses. You realize you can do this sexual undertone with any characters with dark backstories, right? Like Sigma. Sigma was quarantined in a secret government facility? Wait, secret facility? Why so secret? What were they doing to him in that secret facility? Talon is manipulating him to their own ends? What sick and twisted ends are they manipulating him into? Man, Sigma needs to get sex ed. He don't understand what they doing to him. And back to Shion. You know when the devs gave her the ability to ride a motorcycle? I think that's a reference to how she used to ride cocks in the sex dungeon. That's what the devs are subtly trying to communicate. Very stupid, man. Do I end the video here? Technically I can. I already won the debate. I destroyed Peregrine in the marketplace of ideas. But I kinda still wanna yap about the comment section. I'm talking specifically about the circle jerk about this theory. Like these guys, they think they cooked with this theory. They think that this theory that they came up with from their goon cave would make for such a good story. But stupid Blizzard doesn't have the balls to do it and they will instead make the story boring and PG. Guys, your backstory is not that creative, it's an overdone trope in media. You just think it's cool cause it's edgy. All edge, no point. And let's talk about the backstory Blizzard gave Shion cause I think it's pretty good. Shion is an Omnic that modified herself to look more human, so she can fit in and get discriminated against less. And as you guys know, there is Omnic racism in Overwatch, and the Omnic struggle has been represented mainly by Zen and Ramatra. They both had different approaches to deal with oppression. Now Shion is kinda like the third approach. For example, Zenyatta, when he's told to sit at the back of the bus, he's gonna sit there. He'll bite his time while advocating passively for Omnic rights. Ramatra is the opposite. He's like, no, I will not sit at the back of the bus. I'm literally Rosa Parks. I will not sit at the back of the bus. Meanwhile, Shion is sitting at the front of the bus while doing whiteface, the equivalent of whiteface. That's a cool addition to the Omnic stuff. She's also crazy. She hates human, but she also wanna fit in with them. And she also has an internalized inferiority complex. Like, when Shion kills an enemy Shion, she says,
Get up, you worthless bot. Get up!
like she calls herself a worthless bot. It's a really interesting character. And we're not even talking about the Mizuki relationship. They probably made this backstory to justify a hot Omnic that sells skins, but they still cooked with it. Okay, listen. I know it's hard to take me seriously, and it's fair. My style of humor is very irony poisoned. I'm a shitter and my videos are shitposts. But I want you to take what I say seriously here. I'm being deadass, okay? If you don't like Shion's story, you are not woke enough for Blizzard shit, okay? I know Peregrine's community is woke and they think this Gunnar theory is woke because it discusses sexual abuse stuff. But like, listen, when it comes to wokeness, there are levels to this shit, okay? The wokes who think the sexbot story is better than Blizzard's story, you guys, and I'm sorry to say this, you are bottom of the barrel wokes. You're low level wokes. The best backstory you could concoct had the moral sexual violence bad. Which is true, by the way. I agree. I'll retweet that. But it is low level shit, you know? Meanwhile, Blizzard is on some high academia woke shit. They're like, let's discuss how marginalized people sometimes survive oppression by performing proximity to the dominant class type shit. And these comments piss me off, man. Oh, Blizzard doesn't have the balls to discuss this. Like, you are trying to out-woke Blizzard. Are you fucking stupid? The audacity to think you can out-woke Blizzard. Like, we're talking about the motherfuckers who made the woke chart. You guys remember the character woke chart? Every character had a sexual orientation level, ethnicity level. It was crazy. That has to be the wokest thing to have ever woked. Like, Blizzard employees are the scholars of woke, the high priests of wokeness. When a Blizzard employee goes to the toilet to pee, what they pee, like their piss, is DEI. They piss DEI. Like, you're talking trash online, but if you said that shit to a Blizzard employee IRL to their face, they would just go, affirmative action blast, and force push you into a wall and you explode and you die. And by the way, affirmative action blast is just one guy's ability. Every Blizzard employee got their own special woke ability. One guy has LGBT laser, another one has reparation spirit bomb, another has land back whirlwind. Every Blizzard employee is a Keter class SCP. Like, you don't want to take your trash talk in IRL, okay? Keep your whining online. And by the way, they can't hear your whining over the sound of them fucking your mom, wokely. Like, while fucking your mom, they ask for consent with every pump. They go, ma'am, do you consent? Yes. Ma'am, do you consent? Yes. Ma'am, do you consent? Yes. Are you sure? You're not just consenting because of an imbalance in the power dynamics? No. Wait, no as in it's not because of the imbalance of power dynamic? Or no as in you don't consent? Well, yes, I consent and it's not because of the power dynamics. Okay. Ma'am, do you consent? Again, you guys are gonna start taking me less seriously because I'm making jokes. But I actually mean the part when I say you guys are not woke enough for Blizzard and me. You're low-level wokes. Go read the fucking Das Kapital. Go get your woke up and then we can talk. By the way, audiobooks don't count. You have to read it. Anyways, moral of the story. You can just goon to Shion. She doesn't have to be a sex bot for that. Like, is Tracer a hooker? No. And yet everyone's gooning to her just fine. Just goon, gamers, goon. Also, I don't get people who goon to Shion. Like, humanoid robots just never do it for me. Unless they're basically human, like 2B. Like, what would Shion's bare ass even look like? Do you guys picture she has a flashlight in there? Maybe it's my lack of imagination, but when I imagine myself doing this with her, I just imagine her having a solid metallic ass, and I'm just dry humping it going tonk, tonk, tonk. Just flattening my dick, you know? Actually, what the fuck are we talking about? Can I end the video now? Okay, one last thing. This video is very likely not gonna get any views because it has a lot of sensitive and sexual stuff. But if it did pop off and if you use it as an opportunity to be mean or shit on Peregrine, fuck you on God, fuck you, you're a bitch. He made a harmless theory and we made jokes about the theory and that's it. Don't be weird, man, don't be weird. If you enjoyed the video, then please like and subscribe. No, hold on. I still got some yapping in me. It's about my men are better at mercy video. It's my first video to pop off like crazy and we need to have a dialogue about it. We'll start with the slightly bad stuff to get it out of the way. Some people did not get the obvious satire and sarcasm. Check this message. You're a misogynist and need therapy. I don't know why I found this so funny. I think it's the you're a misogynist plus you need therapy combo. On their own, not funny. Comboed, very funny. There are also some people who didn't get it, but on the other side. They were like, yo, fuck them bitches, am I right? You know the Squidward tweaking meme? That's how they felt like. And can we talk about how crazy it is to miss the sarcasm of that video? The stuff I said on that video was so crazy and over the top, I thought it was so obvious. Okay, listen, if you missed that sarcasm, then you're autistic. You actually cannot pick up on social cues. Like, I'm not using autism as a throwaway insult. I'm diagnosing you with autism, motherfucker. And by the way, the diagnosis is gonna be $2,000. You can send it to me via my coffee. That's right, I have a coffee. I never mentioned it because it would have been a bad look at that size. But now that I have 500 subs, you guys need to get monetized. It's about time you guys give me all your money. You know how when big YouTubers try to raise money for charity or whatever, sometimes they go, there are 10 million of you guys. If each one of you donated just 50 cents, we could raise $5 million. Isn't that crazy? I'm doing the opposite of that. I'm like, listen, there are only 500 of you guys, but if each one of you donated $17,000, I would be a millionaire. Isn't that crazy? $17,000 a month. Come on, guys. Just put your life savings in the bag, little bro. Anyways, people not getting the satire was not a big deal because the vast majority did. Now, to the good stuff. The numbers, man, the numbers. First video to get 10,000 plus views. I'm making it to the big leagues, man. And the stats are crazy too. The likes per view ratio is at 9%. And the sub conversion is what's really insane. It's at like 3-point-something%. And the comments, man, the comments. People are calling me the LeBron James of Overwatch YouTubers. They didn't literally say that, but they basically did. The glaze is getting into my head. It's that Drake verse. People be gassing me up. Where does it all go? My head? Question mark? Thank you guys. Thank you guys a lot. Seriously, thank you. Thank you. If you enjoyed the video, then please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching and take care.